Hey everybody, today we're going to take a quick look at the demo for Star Survivor, a roguelike game with deck building and set in space. But before we get into the game, I'm going to talk about the controls here for a little bit. An update did come out that made it a little bit more compatible with the Steam Deck. So you can use the trackpad to move the mouse around and the right trigger to make your selection. Previously, you couldn't really do any of that. The UI was almost unusable, except for the touchscreen. And even then, tapping on the screen wouldn't register 100% of the time, so you'd have to tap maybe an extra time or two before your selection would register. But after that update, though, I did have to go into the controls here and remap some of the controls. So if you go into that and edit layout, I did map the L1 and R1 bumpers to plus and minus, so you can zoom in and out. The triggers, I mapped the left trigger to the space key to control the boosters. After that update, only the left stick button would control them. And then I had to come in and also map the right joystick. Before, it would automatically, control your rotation of the ship left and right. But when I came in here, it wasn't really mapped to anything, so I had to map it to the directional pad and then the left and right to the left arrow key and right arrow key to control the rotation. So you may end up having to do that if you try it out on the Steam Deck. Just something to keep in mind. And it is developed by, I believe, one person. So overall, I think the demo is really good and pretty polished. So as you can see now, the trackpad works. And there are quite a few cards to choose from. You can build your decks. I haven't figured out a way to pull up the on-screen keyboard to rename them, but not that big of a deal. Also, if you plan on playing on a desktop, it does not support cloud saves yet, so you'd essentially be playing two different games. Let's see, there's plenty to do here with the deck, and I'm not going to get into too much detail. I want there to be some surprises for you if you decide to check it out. But right now, I haven't seen a max number of cards to use. Right now, I'm at 221. So let's go ahead and start the game. It does give you two ships to begin with. Really, you start off with the Survivor here. The Hornet is unlockable by collecting the in-game currency. And each ship will have its own characteristics as well. The Hornet is much slower moving, has fewer slots for weapons and upgrades, but it does give you drones. So the Survivor here is more maneuverable and has a lot of slots to use, but it's pretty weak. So let's see, we're going ahead and choose Point Tranquil. So I do like the animations here of the thrusters on the ships. It's really nice, actually. There's your rotation. So here at the bottom, you see 005 at the very bottom of the screen. That's how many of the green gems you have to collect before your next upgrade. And that does scale up as the game gets harder. So let's see, starting off here, let's go ahead and get improved thrusters. That'll give me much more maneuverability here. And you don't have to do any firing, so your typical roguelike, once you start upgrading, you just have to avoid bad guys. I'm not going to pick the God Beam just yet. Let's go with the expansion slot here. There are asteroids that will just kind of randomly drift around, and you can take damage from those, but they can also destroy your enemy ships. I don't know. We'll go ahead and do the heavy cannon. We'll put that up front. I would like to see some do burst turret actually here. I would like to see the asteroids collide with each other as well, and then split off. Because right now there's no collision on those, so they can pass right through each other. You can destroy the asteroids if you shoot them enough, and that's how you mine your currency as well, by taking out those. Ooh, that was close. By taking out the asteroids. Soundtrack is actually pretty good as well. I don't think you can hear it too well through here, but it's pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a flight squadron. So this is going to be my drone here. He'll pop out and help out. There are a bunch of upgrades to pretty much everything. So you can even upgrade those drones as well to get more, or to do more damage. The background though, while very pretty, it is kind of distracting, I think. So I like how it has that kind of hex background there that kind of moves around with the ship. But then you see the stars and then the asteroids in the background that are stationary. The stars I don't mind so much, but the asteroids can be a little confusing sometimes, especially when there are smaller asteroids floating around. Sometimes I don't realize it's a real asteroid, or sometimes the fake asteroid will kind of distract me, and I'll think it's a real one and I'm trying to dodge it. Oof. Get another auto turret here. Let's upgrade my drone there. Give me an autocannon. Let's put it at the back. I have finished the game. It takes about 20 minutes, I think, or so. It was quite fun. I don't want that. So that's one of the bugs I found here. This is the ion beam, but it doesn't say it there. We're going to do the auto lower, and that'll give me some faster firing. I actually did kind of finish it a second time as well, but I died as soon as I beat the end boss, and it kind of freaked the game out. My ship just kind of flashed over and over. Couldn't do anything. I could fly around, but I couldn't fire. And the enemies were still flying after me, but they couldn't do any damage to me, and I had to force quit the game, really. And some enemies will actively seek you out, but there are a few that just kind of randomly drift in a random direction. Oh, I am a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar. I need to collect some more gems and get some upgrades going here. Upgrade my burst. Oh, that asteroid took a nice chunk out right there. We're gonna go for it. Oh, we're not gonna go for it. Whew. Oh. Come on. So over here is a blue orb. That's an automatic upgrade. Let's go ahead and get another flight squadron here. The cargo arm. So let's expand our pickup radius there. So there are some power-ups. You can replenish armor. You get that blue orb, which will give you an upgrade right then and there, and then a green orb that will pull in all the green gems to you. Whoa. Oh, man. Oh, I got hit? I didn't even see what hit me. The gems are on a timer, so they'll disappear after a while. There are power-ups that you can get to, or not power-ups, but upgrades to have them last a bit longer. I think 30 seconds, and pretty sure that'll stack. Oh, man. Okay, not doing so hot here, but it's doing well and now not doing well. Oh, well, there we go. So there you have it. That is Star Survivor. And see, the longer you last, the more upgrades you get, or the more rewards. Just do claim all, and then there you go. That's a quick look at Star Survivor. Hope you enjoyed it. Pick it up if it looks interesting to you. I think it's really fun and can't wait for the full game. Thanks for watching.